Okay, back at Clarkrange, we're getting set for the boys contest. Clarkrange and Cumberland County. You're just joining us. Clarkrange winning the girls game this evening to remain undefeated. 64-45 the final in the girls game. Clarkrange girls now 8-0 overall on the season, and that drops Cumberland County down to a 1-7 overall mark for the season. The boys game just about to get underway. And should be a pretty good ball game. Now, the last time they played, Cumberland County won it in a big way. That score was 102-61. Cumberland County beating Clarkrange at Crossville. But as Coach Rogers was saying in an interview with Turk yesterday, Clarkrange just did not play well at all over there, about as bad as you could play. And apparently Cumberland County, as I was told by their radio announcer that does their games, they played just about as well as you could play. So get that combination, one playing about as bad as you can and the other as well as you can. You're going to have a one-sided affair, and that's more or less apparently what happened at Crossville back December the 3rd. And Clarkrange hoping for a much better effort here tonight against Cumberland County at Clarkrange. The Clarkrange Buffaloes, also coached by Lamar Rogers, 6-1 overall. They have a 2-0 district mark with wins over Pickett County and Salina. This, of course, a non-district game. Cumberland County, coached by Mark Bray, they are 4-3 overall. Don't have their district record, but again, that really doesn't apply to us here since they and Clarkrange are not in the same district, and in fact, not even in the same classification. Cumberland County AAA, Clarkrange Single A. One interesting sidelight to this game is Coach Mark Bray of Cumberland County looking for career victory number 300, he has a record of 299 wins. 175 losses as the coach, and this is his 17th year at Cumberland County, and he has a 299 175 loss record at Cumberland County High School. Looking at the projected starting lineups this evening, and again, these are subject to change somewhat. We look for Brad Eldridge, number 21, to start for Cumberland County. Will Foster, 33. Christopher Calvin, 00. J.L. Green, Mark Coudrier, or possibly Wayne Henline. They weren't sure exactly who would be starting when we were given this lineup, but five of those six will be starting this evening. And for Clarkrange, we're just going to wait and see who Coach Rogers will send out there, as his lineup changes a little bit from time to time. But you can look for certainly Jason Ramsey and Jamie Deaton, and I think Chris Swafford and Jason Taylor. And the fifth starter will just wait and see. And the coaches have called their teams over. Clarkrange dressed in the yellow tonight with the blue trim. Cumberland County in predominantly white uniforms with yellow and blue trim. And the starting lineup just about to be introduced. Clarkrange and Cumberland County. Clarkrange coached by Lamar Rogers. Mark Bray, the head coach of Cumberland County. Will Foster, number 33. Cumberland County with blue jerseys actually tonight. Number 21 is Eldridge, Brad Eldridge. Number 4 is Jason Wyatt. Number 32 is Wayne Henline, and then Calvin Christopher. So Jason Wyatt starting instead of J.L. Green there this evening, and we assumed Cumberland County had the white tops on, but they have blue tops tonight. Now for Coach Lamar Rogers and the Buffaloes. Jason Taylor, number 40. John Stowers wearing number 25. Chris Swafford, 21. Jason Ramsey wearing 55 tonight instead of 44. And then Jamie Deaton, number 50. Your five starters for Coach Lamar Rogers and the Clarkrange Buffaloes. Again, the last time these two teams met over at Crossville back on December the 3rd, it was Cumberland County winning in a big way over there. But again, one of those games where apparently one team plays just about as bad as you can on a given night, and the other team plays just about as well as a team can possibly play. So see if things balance out a little bit here tonight. It'll be Will Foster jumping for Cumberland County. Will Foster if I can find him here, is a 6'6" senior, 6'6", 205 pounds. And he will be jumping against Jamie Deaton. Jamie for Clarkrange, 6'6" senior. And we're just about to get it underway. The officials, again, Bill Melton and Alan Melton. And it's Foster jumping with Deaton. Coming away with it is Cumberland County. The ball pushed over on the right side to Wyatt, out to Eldridge. Eldridge a jumper for three, and right away Brad Eldridge gives the lead to Cumberland County. It's 3-0. Clarkrange bringing it back. Jason Taylor over to Chris Swafford on the wing, guarded there by Eldridge. Eldridge knocks it out of bounds. And it'll be Clarkrange side front court. John Stowers going to step out to bring the ball in. To the head of the circle, Chris Swafford. Chris will put up the three, and he buries that one. So Chris Swafford will tie the game. Eldridge hit one for Cumberland County, their first attempt, and Swafford returns the favor for Clarkrange. Here is Calvin Christopher in the lane, knocked free but saved by Christopher, and then he throws it away. Calvin Christopher threw the ball into the stands across the way. So Clarkrange and Cumberland County tied. Clarkrange brings it back after the Jet turnover. We have played just about 40 seconds into this one. Jason Taylor bringing it down. Jason to the right side. John Stowers out on the wing. Taylor going to drop down to the corner. Now it's Jason Ramsey. Jason to the left baseline. Here's Swafford. Swafford to Deaton. Deaton had to come out and get it after the ball was tipped a little bit to Ramsey. Jason Ramsey, head of the circle, off to Stowers. Stowers baseline jumper. Tipped up by Deaton. Good. Jamie Deaton tips it through. Stowers, it came up a little short for Stowers, and Jamie Deaton tipped it through. Clarkrange up by 2. Clarkrange on the defense. Into the corner it goes over there, number 32. That is Henline. Henline hands it off inside to Foster. Will Foster, shot blocked by Jamie Deaton. Jamie got the fingertips on. He comes up with a loose ball. Here comes Jason Ramsey. Ramsey over to Taylor. Taylor will pump the three. Going to bound up high, no good. Jamie Deaton with a rebound. Jamie out to Ramsey. Jason drives the lane out to Stowers in the corner. To Taylor. Back along the lane to Ramsey. Jason goes back into the lane. Nice move. Shot would not fall. Deaton will put it back. Jamie Deaton with 4, and Clarkrange up by 4. Jamie Deaton has 4 of the Clarkrange 7. They lead it 7-3. Just over 6 minutes to go. First quarter action, game just barely underway. Here's a long one for number 4. That is good for Jason Wyatt, a three-pointer. Jason Wyatt from the left side. It's a 1-point ball game, 7-6 Clarkrange. No backcourt pressure at all from Cumberland County. Is bringing it up is Taylor. Taylor to Stowers on the right side. Deaton moves out beyond the three-point line, top of the circle. Gives it back over to Taylor off his hands. He'll run it down. Taylor back along the lane. A jumper, bank shot, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Foster. Foster will get it out quickly to, this is 0-0 Christopher, and they're going to count the point. Kind of a continuation play there. He was foul coming through the lane. Went through with it. And that foul, I believe they call on Swafford. Chris's first foul, the first for Clarkrange. Sort of the continuation play as Calvin Christopher coming through the lane was fouled and went on through with a shot and is granted it. And it's Cumberland County up by 1 now, 8-7. And Christopher will be at the line for 1. It is no good, and the rebound, Jason Taylor comes away with it for Clarkrange. Cumberland County by 1. Clarkrange bringing it back. Chris Swafford way out on the left side, guarded by Eldridge. Along the lane it goes to Deaton. Deaton over Foster, no good, and Foster with a rebound. Will Foster pulls it down. Here's Eldridge. He threw it away off the hands of number 4, Wyatt. Eldridge looked like he was going up for the shot. I think Wyatt assumed he was. Instead, Eldridge fired it cross court off the hands of Wyatt, out of bounds. So side rear court, Clarkrange brings it in. Stowers to Taylor. 5:05 to go in the first quarter. Cumberland County leading it by 1, 8-7. Taylor to Jason Ramsey out on the wing. Right back to Taylor. Backcourt cut, intercepted by Wyatt. They try to get it to Swafford. It's picked off by Wyatt. Wyatt will drive. That should be an offensive foul, and they're going to call the block. Call the block on Taylor. Jason Taylor thought he was set to draw the charge, but the official says no. And so Taylor will pick up his first, team second. And this will put Jason Wyatt at the line. Jason Wyatt for Cumberland County at the line. First one up and good. And it's a 2-point lead now for Cumberland County, 9-7. And this one by Wyatt is no good. Rebound, John Stowers comes away with it. Stowers will give it over to Taylor. Jason Taylor moves it against Christopher, and Christopher are going to be called for the foul. Calvin Christopher picks up his first, team's first for Cumberland County. And Clarkrange will play it in, trailing by 2. It'll be Jason Taylor to bring it in. And it's going to be Taylor still looking to bring it in. He'll fire it in near midcourt. It comes in to John Stowers, right back at Taylor along the lane. Now to Ramsey in the corner. Now here comes Deaton. Deaton will put it up, will not fall. He'll be fouled by Will Foster. Will Foster will pick up his first, team second. It's 9-7, Cumberland County by 2. Substitution coming into the game will be 44 for Cumberland County, and I got to find him on my roster. That's Max Davenport coming in. Will Foster came out, so Davenport into the game. At the line, Jamie Deaton. He could tie it with a couple of free throws. First one is good. Jamie now with 5. He has 5 of Clarkrange's 8 points. Jamie looking now to tie it, and he does. Jamie Deaton, 6 points. The game is tied at 9. 4:40 to go, first quarter. Eldridge up the left side, goes to Wyatt. Wyatt moves it in closer to the lane. Now out to 32. This is Henline, who's moved from the baseline out to the top of the circle. Now to Eldridge. Eldridge against Stowers. To the corner it goes. Henline driving the baseline. He'll put it up. Will not score. It's no good. Rebound is by Jamie Deaton. So Clarkrange bringing it back, looking to again take the lead. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey to the corner to Stowers. Stowers back out front to Taylor. Taylor looking at Deaton. Now Taylor backs it out near midcourt. Clarkrange will reset the offense. Stowers out on the wing. They give him plenty of room. He goes to Swafford. Back to Stowers. To Deaton. Deaton underneath to Ramsey with a left hand. Nice speed. Jason Ramsey gets a nice speed from Jamie Deaton. Clarkrange goes up by 2. It's 11-9. Over to Wyatt. Jason Wyatt along the lane goes to, this is Davenport. Davenport going to work. He'll put it up. No good. Tip up is no good by Christopher. This time it's out of bounds off of Cumberland County. Knocked out by Max Davenport. Max Davenport knocks it out, and Will Foster going to be coming back in. Foster coming back in for Cumberland County. Coach Rogers calling out his offense. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Clarkrange leads it by 2. It's 11-9. Over to Swafford on the left side, guarded there by Eldridge. Swafford to Ramsey. Ramsey deep in the corner. Will not take the shot from there. He will now, and buries it. Jason Ramsey buries a three-pointer. 14-9. Clarkrange by 5. 3:10 to go. First quarter action. Cumberland County coming in with a 4-3 overall mark. Clarkrange at 6-1, and now a foul as Eldridge moves it past Stowers, and John Stowers going to be called for his first. His first, team's third. And it'll be Cumberland County to inbound. Brad Eldridge will work it in to Wyatt on the wing left side. Taylor knocks it out of his hands, out of bounds, and thought for a second that Wyatt maybe touched it again, but he did not. It'll be Wyatt to bring it in, side front court to Eldridge. Eldridge to the hash mark. He's traveling. Brad Eldridge very nonchalantly caught the inbound pass, and as he kind of looked inside, he was shuffling his feet, so Cumberland County turns it over. The official right there calls it. Clarkrange by 5 points. 2:50 to go, first quarter action. Ramsey goes baseline jumper. Jason Ramsey. Jason Ramsey has 7 now. Jason is a 6'4" senior. And Clarkrange by 7. Along the lane it goes Will Foster. Foster triple team, gets it out to Eldridge, head of the circle, and there's a foul. John Stowers with the foul. As he fouls Eldridge, this will put Eldridge on the line, and I think we'll have 3 shots coming for Eldridge. From near the head of the circle, John Stowers or Eldridge trying the three. Coming out is Max Davenport for Cumberland County. Henline going back in. At the line is Brad Eldridge. First time at the line, free throw good. Clarkrange leads it by 6, 16-10. And that one is good by Eldridge. He'll have another one coming. One more coming for Eldridge. And he made them all three. Eldridge with 6, and it's a 4-point game, 16-12, Clarkrange. 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Huge crowd here tonight. Stowers in the lane to Deaton. Deaton will put it up just outside the lane. Will not go. Rebound. It's up in the air. Deaton will leap high for it out near the head of the circle. Clarkrange controlling. Swafford with it. Swafford with Eldridge all over him. Now Swafford will get the feed back to him. He buries a three-pointer. Chris Swafford, his second three, the third of the game for Clarkrange, and the Buffaloes by 7. I'll have to look at the other clock. It's a 7-point lead. Some of the lights out on the clock down to my right. It is 19-12. Inline out to Calvin Christopher, and he buries a three-pointer. Calvin Christopher has 5 points. It's 19-15 Clarkrange, 1:40 to go in the first quarter. 19-15. Swafford on the left side, guarded by Eldridge to Ramsey. Jason will turn around, put it up over Henline. No good, and Henline looks like will be charged with a foul here. Number 32. Wayne Henline. Henline will get his first, team's third. And Jason Ramsey going to be on the line for 2 shots. Jason with 7 points. Deaton has 6 and Swafford has 6. First one is good by Jason. Jason Ramsey makes it a 5-point Clarkrange lead, 20-15. And another on its way. It's going to be no good. Rebound is by Wayne Henline. And Cumberland County brings it back, trailing by 5. Eldridge, cross court to the left side. Calvin Christopher, 0-0 to Eldridge. Eldridge going to put up the 3, and it's good. Brad Eldridge with 9. And it's a 2-point Clarkrange lead, 20-18. Swafford working it around Eldridge. Out in the corner to Deaton. Now back to the head of the circle, Taylor. 1 minute to go. Here is Deaton from the free throw line. He pops it. Jamie Deaton has 8, and Clarkrange up by 4. It's 22-18. Eldridge over to Wyatt. Back to Eldridge. Eldridge in the lane to Foster. Foster dumps it off. Nice feed there to Christopher. He'll bank it. Good. He's fouled by Deaton. Christopher with the points. Deaton with the foul. For Jamie, that's number 1. For Clarkrange, number 5. So give Christopher the points. Calvin Christopher has 7, and he's on the line. Trying to pull his team to within 1 point. And it is no good, and Jamie Deaton will claim the rebound. 42 seconds to go in the first. Here's Ramsey all the way. Banks up a little too hard. Wouldn't go for him. Wayne Henline with the rebound for Cumberland County. 22-20. Clarkrange by 2 as we have half a minute down to go in the first quarter. Christopher lays it on his hip. Looks like Cumberland County going to run the clock down here in the first quarter. They trail by 2. Christopher with the ball. Now out to Eldridge. 12 seconds to go. Eldridge against Swafford. To the baseline, it goes to Henline. 8 seconds. Along the lane, Foster knocked away by Deaton, but saved by Christopher inside Foster, and knocked away. Clarkrange with a block, and Swafford throws it as far as he can. Now a foul, offensive foul on Chris Swafford. And Coach Rogers saying it happened after the horn sounded, but it's an offensive foul on Chris Swafford. And it will not draw any shots or anything. That is the 6. That is 2 on Chris, 6 on the team. We have reached the end of the first quarter. End of 1 quarter. Your score, Clarkrange 22, Cumberland County 20.
And before we go to a commercial break, let me pass along this score we have from the Livingston Classic tonight. It was Livingston all over Unicoi County girls. There was a time Unicoi County girls were a powerhouse, but not this year, as Livingston rolled 82-27.
It's Christmas time on the mountain. Everyone is invited to drop by the Jamestown Dairy Queen and register for a Sega Genesis Complete Home Video Game System, a $130 value to be given away December 24th during our annual open house from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Christmas Eve. We'll have plenty of free holiday cookies, treats, and more. Enjoy great holiday specials like our double cheese with 2 beef patties, just 99 cents at the Dairy Queen in Jamestown, of course.
It's 22-20 as we go to the second quarter. Gary Clark just reminding me during the timeout that these two teams will meet again Monday in the Livingston Invitational. That will be next week down in Livingston. These two teams will meet again there. Here's Jason Taylor coming across the line, gives it to Ramsey over on the right side. Backdoor cut by Swafford, and he'll score. Jason Taylor got his pass up a little bit too high, actually, for Swafford. Chris did a good job pulling it down and scoring from the backside. Clarkrange by 4. We have just begun the second quarter. This is Henline out the top of the circle over to Calvin Christopher. Almost got away from him. Christopher down low to Wyatt. Shot blocked. Jamie Deaton out on the end line. On the baseline, Deaton blocks the shot of Wyatt. And back will come Crossville. Clarkrange, and they'll let the ball get away. Up court for Swafford. He got away. So a block shot by Deaton. Clarkrange got possession but turned it over at the far end of the floor. Clarkrange by 4 points. Coach Rogers on his feet, wanting the team with their hands up on defense. Here is Christopher from the outside. It's going to be no good. Rebound is by Wyatt. He'll put it back and good. Jason Wyatt with 6. 2-point game again. Clarkrange in front, 24-22. 7 minutes now to go in the first half. And here is almost a steal, and Wyatt, looked like might have been hurt. There a foul. Taylor. And they're going to call Taylor for the foul. And Coach Rogers protesting the call, and so are several of the fans. Taylor with the foul, and I really see how he could be called for it unless the ball was stolen, more or less, and then the foul occurred. And that will call Taylor for the foul, his second. That's going to be 7 on the team. And this will put Jason Wyatt on the line. His team trailing by 2. At the line, Jason Wyatt. It's up, and it is good. 7 points for Jason Wyatt. It's the 1-point game. He'll look to tie it with this one. And that one is good, so we're tied. 8 points for Wyatt. Game tied at 24. Just under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Clarkrange led it by 2 at the end of the first break. Swafford gives it over to Taylor. Taylor guarded now by a new player of the game, number 10. And that is J.L. Green. Over to Swafford. Swafford lost the handle, now gets it back. Swafford dumps it off. Nice feed. John Stower. Oh, he wouldn't fall for him. Rebound, and they're going to call Stowers for the foul on the rebound as he fouls Will Foster. Nice feed over there to John Stowers coming in from the left side. John couldn't get it to fall, and then he is charged with a foul on the rebound. That'll be John Stowers' third. And looks like we're going to get into the game Michael Howard. Michael Howard with the foul, and this will put Will Foster on the line, looking to give the lead back to Cumberland County. This lead has changed hands quite a bit in the first half. The free throw is no good by Foster. Rebound is by Jamie Deaton. Deaton out to Taylor. Taylor in the corner to Swafford. Swafford brings it back to the wing in the lane. Here is Deaton, and he'll lay it up and in. Jamie had thoughts of slamming that one, but again took the safe route and just laid it over the rim. And now up court, a traveling violation on Jason Wyatt. Jason Wyatt travels and turns it over, give it out to Clarkrange. Clarkrange the 2-point lead, and they have possession. Clarkrange led by 5 at 1 point in the first half. Ramsey. Ramsey to Deaton, head of the circle. Looking over to Taylor, brings it back to him, guarded there by J.L. Green. Taylor still with the ball to Swafford. Swafford guarded by Eldridge. Deaton moves way out on the wing, gets the ball right side. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey down the lane, spinning into the lane. Nice move. Shot partially deflected, I think, by Henline. And loose ball picked up by Wyatt. Jason Wyatt gives it over to Brad Eldridge. Eldridge back into the front court. Eldridge for Foster. Foster over to Wyatt. Wyatt will push up a long one. It's going to be no good. Rebound, Jamie Deaton will claim it. Jamie gets it out of there to Taylor. Taylor quickly back to right side. He's going to take off. He'll drive. He will not score. Tip up by Deaton is no good. Ball still loose and coming up with it. Oh, elbow stick throw by Foster. No good. And Foster throwing an elbow and no call made. Here's Foster to the glass. Shot no good. And back will come Clarkrange. Front of the crowd standing. Here goes Ramsey. Ramsey dumps it off for Howard. It's knocked out of bounds by Wyatt. And with 5:14 to go in the first half, Clarkrange with a 2-point lead. And it's going to be Clarkrange basketball to bring in. Substitutions, Foster coming back out, Wyatt's coming out. Let's see, Christopher's coming back in, also back into the game, Max Davenport. And Clarkrange will throw it away on the inbound. Taylor intending it for Deaton, and little miscommunication there somehow as the ball way out to the right goes out of bounds. It's 26-24. Eldridge brings it across with 5:08 to go in the first half. Eldridge to the corner, goes to Green. Green now to Christopher. Christopher thought about putting the three, didn't have time to as Ramsey got out there. Here's Davenport. He'll drive, he'll score, and he will be fouled. Foul on Ramsey, and the point by Davenport. And Davenport, after tying the game, will be looking now to give the lead to Clarkrange, or to Cumberland County, rather. It's up. It is no good. The rebound is by Jamie Deaton. Deaton gets it down to there to Swafford quickly. Just under 5 minutes to go in the half. Game tied at 26. Michael Howard over on the wing, left side, guarded by Christopher. Taylor will put up the three, and he buries it. Jason Taylor, his first points of the game. Clarkrange goes up by the 3-point margin, 29-26, 4:35 to go in the half. Eldridge to Henline, head of the circle. Over to Christopher, back to Henline. To Christopher. Clarkrange playing on a little tighter out front. Here is Eldridge. He travels. Brad Eldridge looked like maybe would take the three. Instead, he drove the lane, but he is called for traveling, so Clarkrange will bring it back the other way, leading by 3, 4:24 to go in the first half. Walking it back up court is Taylor. Jason into the front court against J.L. Green. And now the ball stolen in the corner. Tried to get it to Deaton, but it's picked off by Max Davenport. Eldridge bringing it back. And now Eldridge will dump it off in the lane, and offensive foul. Eldridge came flying through the lane and looked like he was going to the glass. Instead, he dumped it off at the last moment, but he was called for the offensive foul. And so Clarkrange fans feeling a little bit better about some of the calls now. Coming out is Davenport. Coming into the game for the first time is number 12, Daniel Van Winkle. Eldridge is also coming out. So we had Van Winkle coming in and Will Foster back in there. Coach Mark Bray. A couple of substitutions there. Clarkrange leading it by 3, under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Chris Swafford. Swafford bounces it in the lane. Here's Ramsey to the glass. And it drops good. Jason Ramsey has 10 first half points. It's a 5-point Clarkrange lead. 31-26. J.L. Green baseline to Henline. Henline will force his way inside. Missed it. Rebound. It's Henline putting it back. No good. This time it's Jamie Deaton. Jamie out to Michael Howard. Howard hands it off to Taylor. Taylor works his way through traffic. He's going to put up a three. It's going to be way off the mark to the left. Rebound is by Henline. Jason maybe rushed that one just a little bit. Here's Green. Green with it for Cumberland County in the lane to Foster. Foster will turn, will go up, and no good. Rebound is pulled down by Jason Ramsey. Ramsey back the other way. Ramsey down low to Taylor. Taylor will go under the glass, lay it up from the backside, no good. And it's Cumberland County coming back with it. Daniel Van Winkle across the line. Over to Christopher in the lane. It goes to Foster. Foster will go up over Deaton. No good again. And there will be a foul on Michael Howard, I think, coming over the back of Henline. Michael Howard will be called for his first foul. And this will put Henline, Wayne Henline, on the line. 2:51 to go in the first half. A 5-point lead for Clarkrange. This is twice now. They've led by 5. Henline at the line for Cumberland County, looking for his first point of the night. It's no good. Rebound, and Michael Howard will run it down. Howard will give it over to Ramsey. 2:45 to go in the first half. Clarkrange leading it by 5, 31-26. Taylor to Howard. Howard on the right wing. Now Swafford will put up the three. It's good. Chris Swafford. His third three of the game, and Chris has 11 points, and Clarkrange up by 8, their longest lead. Longest lead either team has had in the game. Calvin Christopher back out to Van Winkle. Another substitution. Wyatt getting ready to come back in. Christopher will put up the three. It's no good. Rebound, Jason Taylor. Jason will hurry and push it the other way. Jason all the way, and it's stripped out of his hands, out of bounds. Will belong to Clarkrange. Jason Wyatt, number 4, coming back into the game, and we have a Cumberland County timeout. Timeout, Cumberland County with 2:10 to go in the half. Clarkrange leads at 34-26.
It takes a lot of hard work and total team effort to stay ahead of your opponents, whether you're talking local sports or local banking. Here in this area, we have some of the finest sports programs around. Progressive Savings Bank is proud to be a sponsor of local sports and invite you to join us in supporting our teams.
Stay a step ahead. Get with the step ahead.
Progressive Savings Bank, Jamestown and Wartburg, keeping you a step ahead, insured by FDIC.
Burnett Superette of Allard has a gift for you. Savings! Like fresh ground beef, 89 cents a pound. Ribeye steaks, $3.79 a pound. Fields Kentuckian hams, $2.59 a pound. Mayfield eggnog, 99 cents a quart. JFG bonus blend coffee, 11.5 ounce bag, 99 cents. Don't miss Christmas dinner with all the trimmings in the deli with turkey and dressing or ham, just $4.25 a plate. Plus special prices on boxes of fruit or fruit baskets. And we'll be open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Christmas Day at Burnett Superette of Allard.
And a very exciting first half we have here at Clarkrange and Cumberland County. Clarkrange leading it as we approach halftime by 8. 2:10 remaining in the first half. Now whistle. I don't think Clarkrange got it in time. Time elapsed before they could get the ball in, so Cumberland County, good job denying the inbounds pass. And Cumberland County will bring it back. Here's Christopher back out to Eldridge. Eldridge back in the game. And now goes Foster. Foster to the glass for the first time. He will score. Will Foster, his first point. 34-28, 6-point lead for Clarkrange. Taylor to Ramsey. Ramsey to the corner, off the hands of Michael Howard. Michael, it gets away from him, out of bounds. Pass in the corner. Michael Howard couldn't hang on to it. And now John Stowers will be coming back. Next opportunity. Eldridge brings it down for Cumberland County. Trailing by 6 with 1:40 to go in the half. Christopher cross court to Wyatt. Eldridge head of the circle against Chris Swafford. To Christopher, to Eldridge. To the corner, to Henline. Going out there on him is Taylor. Now inside for Foster. They threw it away. Jason Ramsey is going to block it off, let it go out of bounds. Jason Ramsey, good job of just screening the ball off that time. Now Howard coming out and Stowers back in. Henline going out for Cumberland County. Coming in will be J.L. Green. 1:20, 1:20 to go in the first half. Clarkrange leading it by 6. Their biggest lead has been 8. Taylor over to Swafford. Ramsey wanted to put up the 3, but getting out there quickly was Foster. To Swafford. Coach Rogers saying go back to him, and now the ball gets knocked away and picked up by Cumberland County. Here comes Wyatt. Jason Wyatt will drive. He will miss it. Offensive foul, Jason Wyatt. Offensive foul on Jason Wyatt. So give it out to Clarkrange. 1 minute to go in the first half. Clarkrange leading it by 6, 34-28. Got a large crowd here tonight. Here's the pass over the head of Deaton. Swafford trying to get it to Deaton, moving down the left side, and it's over his head, so Clarkrange turns it over. 48 seconds to go in the first half. Clarkrange still with a 6-point lead. Jason Wyatt inside for Foster. Foster will put it up and score. Will Foster with 4 points, and it's a 4-point game. 37 seconds to go in the half. Taylor, and Clarkrange turns it over again. The pass from Taylor to Swafford, out of bounds into the Cumberland County bench. From here, I really couldn't tell if the pass was wide or if Chris couldn't handle it. 4-point lead, half a minute to go in the first half. Christopher to the corner to Green. Green out to Christopher. 22 seconds to go. It's a 4-point ball game, and Cumberland County, at least for the moment, appears to be content to run the clock down. 13 seconds. Eldridge working against Swafford. Now over to, this is Wyatt. He'll put up the long one. No good. Clarkrange might have time for one shot. Ramsey looking at the clock. 4 seconds to Stowers. And that shot. Oh, they will not. Yes, they will count the bucket. They were not going to. Looked like at first, but the trailing official called it as Stowers laid it up with about 2 seconds to go, and one of the Cumberland County players slapped the ball against the glass. So give the points to Stowers. And 1 second to go. As soon as it's touched, Christopher will put it up. It's off the glass. No good. So let's give John Stowers 2 points. And forgive me if I sounded like I was calling that play. It was pretty obvious that that was goaltending as Stowers laid it up there. And the ball was slapped against the glass by the Cumberland County player. And so give the points to Stowers. And it's a 6-point ball game. So after an exciting first half, things just quiet down all at once. We're at the end of the first half here at Clarkrange, and the Buffaloes lead Cumberland County at the half by 6, 36-30. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Here is where we want to be. We're part of your community.
Kentucky Apparel and Laundry in the Duster Park in Jamestown believes in the future of this area. That's why they specialize in removing question marks. Taking the question mark out of the future means providing jobs in the present for people who need them. Kentucky Laundry, supporting local sports and school activities. Just another way of saying we're glad to be a part of your community.
We're part of your community. Looking for a car or a truck, can't find a deal, you had no luck. Give us a minute of your precious time. Take a look around, we'll save you more than a dime. Make it easy like 1, 2, 3. Drive it out, we'll hand you the keys. Come on down now, we're the dealer for you.
Crossville Ford Lincoln Mercury.
The smell of warm gingerbread, the glow of a cozy fire, the sound of parents reading the night before Christmas to their children. Memories like these make the holiday season a joyous time. That's why Twin Lakes Telephone would like for you to share the joy this holiday season. Send a card, sing a carol, or simply call someone and say you care. On behalf of everyone at Twin Lakes Telephone, we thank you for making 1993 a wonderful year, and we wish each and every one of you the brightest and merriest holiday season ever. Twin Lakes Telephone Cooperative, linking families with love.
Hi, this is Philip Hines. I'm proud to be a member of the Fentress County Bank Student Advisory Board. Being associated with a team of professional bankers like Fentress County Banks is a great experience for a teenager. I am glad I chose Fentress County Bank's team. Shouldn't you consider it a bank for you too?
We're the bank that cares.
And we are at halftime, and we've had an exciting half of basketball thus far, and Clarkrange leads it now by 6, 36-30. As John Stowers getting the last 2 points of the first half with just seconds remaining. He came flying in from the right side, laying it up a little bit far out and laying it up there, but time again was running out, and the ball was slapped against the glass by the Cumberland County player, and they grant the basket to Stowers, so it's 36-30. Clarkrange by 6, and it has been an outstanding half of basketball. Excitement, a lot of excitement, maybe not always extremely well played, but exciting, and the Buffaloes lead at 36-30 at halftime. Cumberland County had the early lead, but they led by, I don't think, any more than 5 points. And Clarkrange come on to lead by 2 at the end of the first quarter, leading it by 6. Here at the end of the half, their longest lead has been 8 points. For Clarkrange, 10 points for Jason Ramsey, 10 for Jamie Deaton, 11 points. Chris Swafford, very balanced scoring for Clarkrange. Ramsey 10, Deaton 10, Swafford with 11. Jason Taylor 3, and John Stowers, big 2 points there at the end of the quarter. Clarkrange, I think, 3 of 4 from the line, looks like, in the first half. Total of 10 team fouls on Clarkrange. John Stowers with 3, Jason Taylor 2, Chris Swafford 2, no one else with more than 1. And for Cumberland County, Brad Eldridge with 9 points. All of those were in the first quarter. Will Foster 4, Calvin Christopher 7 points, all in the first quarter. 8 points for Jason Wyatt, 2 points for Max Davenport. And they have a total of 5 team fouls. And haven't totaled up their fouls yet, but there's, or their free throws made. Looks like they have made 6. here in the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they must be about 6 of 12 from the line this evening. We're at halftime. Clarkrange leading at 36-30. We're going to take a break of a few minutes here. Switch back to the station for some words from our sponsors. Maybe a look at the weather if Gary has time. And we'll be back in a few minutes with the second half again. As we mentioned earlier, these two teams will meet again next week in the Livingston Invitational. So could be setting up an exciting ball game there next week. Halftime, Clarkrange leads Cumberland County by 6, and we'll be back in a few minutes with the second half. We're at halftime at Clarkrange with the Buffaloes leading the Cumberland County Jets by 6, 36-30. Clarkrange at the half. And these two teams again scheduled to meet next week in the Livingston JC's Invitational Tournament. I don't have my schedule of that tournament with me tonight, but these two teams scheduled to meet next week. Both Clarkrange teams will be in that tournament, as will the York Dragons. The York Lady Dragons next week will be participating in the Super 16 tournament in Knoxville. That'll be December 27th through the 30th in Knoxville, the Super 16 tournament. I believe that's at Bearden High School in Knoxville. And we'll be bringing you some of the action from the Livingston Invitational next week. Here it's Clarkrange leading by 6 in the boys contest, 36-30, and just a very exciting first half of basketball. That doesn't necessarily mean it's always well played, but exciting, and a lot of fan interest in the ball game as these guys have really been getting active out there tonight on the floor, and a lot of excitement being provided. And the fans getting their money's worth tonight. Clarkrange won the girls' game 64-45 earlier here this evening. We're just about to resume and get back to the business at hand. Still about 30 seconds or so remaining in the intermission. Another huge crowd here at Clarkrange this evening. A lot of folks out to see Cumberland County and Clarkrange. Coach Rogers and Coach Bray, each with their teams over on the sideline now as we get set to start the second half. Again, Coach Mark Bray of Cumberland County looking for his 300th career win here tonight in this game. Currently, his team trails by 6, 36-30. Cumberland County came out and took an early 5-point lead. Clarkrange has led by as many as 8 in the first half. And there's the buzzer. We'll get the second half underway just momentarily. Coming up for Clarkrange, the original starting 5 looks like Jamie Deaton, Jason Ramsey, John Stowers, Chris Wofford, Jason Taylor. For Cumberland County, it's Eldridge and Green and Christopher. And let's see, Foster and Wyatt. Clarkrange, or rather Cumberland County, with the basketball as we begin the second half. Cumberland County working right to left as you listen toward the front of the gym. Here's J.L. Green, the baseline jumper, no good, and the rebound is tipped away, and coming up with it is Wyatt. Jason Wyatt comes up with it for Cumberland County. Along the lane it goes, now off from Foster to Wyatt. Nice feed from Foster to Wyatt. Wyatt laid it back over his head, moving left to right under the basket, laid it back from the right side. And it's a 4-point game, 36-32. Clarkrange in front court for the first time in the second half. Ramsey to Taylor, back at Ramsey on the right side. J.L. Green right in his face. Ramsey looking for something to happen along the lane. Nothing does, so Heel will take it into the lane himself. He'll pump it up there off balance. No good. Actually, Jason got caught up in the air with a ball and just had nothing on it when he finally let it go. Down low, wide open there is Christopher, and he missed an easy one. Calvin Christopher was wide open, and now there will be a foul. A foul to be charged on Christopher. Calvin Christopher will pick up his second, and that'll be the first team foul of the second half. Clarkrange had 10 fouls in that first half. Cumberland County only 5. Weren't a whole lot of free throws taken in the first half. And it comes to Jason Taylor, and right away another foul on Calvin Christopher. Christopher gets his third, team second. And right at midcourt, Chris Wofford will work it in for the Buffaloes. Chris into Jason Taylor. Over to Ramsey. Ramsey in the lane to Deaton. Deaton at the free throw line to Taylor. Clarkrange will reset. Ramsey going to take it off the wing, inside, put it up, no good. Rebound is by Will Foster. Foster clears it out to Eldridge. 6:43 to go third quarter. Here's Eldridge dumping it off for Foster off his shoulder. Chasing it down, saving it is Wyatt. Green in the corner. Green will put up a jumper from the outside. No good. Rebound is by John Stowers. Stowers races it into the front court. He will dump it off. Nice feed. Chris Swafford shot blocked. Eldridge with a nice block that time. Eldridge back up court quickly. He threw it away. Brad Eldridge quickly back up court trying to get it to Calvin Christopher, and it gets away. So a couple of turnovers. It's 36-32. 4-point lead for Clarkrange. 6:17 to go, third quarter. Jason Taylor, Chris Swafford on the wing. Now to Stowers, head of the circle. They're giving Stowers a lot of room. Now it goes to Deaton. Deaton from Taylor. Deaton will turn around, put it up over Foster. He pumps a shot up there. No good. Foster with the personal. Will Foster picks up his second. That's 3 on Cumberland County. They only had 5 called against them in the first half. Already 3 in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Jamie Deaton will put up a couple. Jamie, 10 points in the first half, was 1 of 2 from the line. This one is good. And this one is good by Jamie. And Clarkrange leads again by 6, 38-32. They had a 6-point lead at the half. Cumberland County's Green with it, goes baseline. Nice drive along the baseline. He takes it underneath and lays it back over his head. J.L. Green with his first 2. It's again a 4-point lead, 38-34, 5:40 to go, third quarter. John Stowers going to put up a 3-pointer. It's a little too long for John, and it's rebounded by J.L. Green. Green to Eldridge. Eldridge will put up the 3. He buries it. Eldridge has 12. And it's a 1-point Clarkrange lead now, 38-37. Into Stowers and Cumberland County full court pressure. Taylor works it through the traffic. Taylor to Jason Ramsey. It rimmed out on him. No good from 3-point range. And Foster with the rebound. And Cumberland County looks to take now their first lead in quite some time. They had the lead early in the game. Eldridge to the right side to Green. Green down on the baseline to Christopher. Christopher. Oh, Clarkrange wanted a traveling call, but nothing doing. And here's a shot flipped up there, no good by Green, rebounded by Christopher. Christopher to Eldridge. Eldridge into the lane, now out to Wyatt. He'll put up the 3. It's no good. Chip up, and there will be a foul on Foster. Foster on the back of Jason Ramsey. Will Foster is third. And that'll get Henline into the game, and Foster will be coming out. Timeout Clarkrange. Timeout on the floor, 4:44 to go in the third. Clarkrange leads by 1, 38-37.
It takes a lot of hard work and total team effort to stay ahead of your opponents, whether you're talking local sports or local banking. Here in this area, we have some of the finest sports programs around. Progressive Savings Bank is proud to be a sponsor of local sports and invite you to join us in supporting our teams.
Stay a step ahead.
Progressive Savings Bank, Jamestown and Wartburg, keeping you a step ahead, insured by FDIC.
Burnett's Superette of Allard has a gift for you. Savings! Like fresh ground beef, 89 cents a pound. Ribeye steaks, $3.79 a pound. Fields Kentuckian hams, $2.59 a pound. Mayfield eggnog, 99 cents a quart. JFG bonus blend coffee, 11.5 ounce bag, 99 cents. Don't miss Christmas dinner with all the trimmings in the deli with turkey and dressing or ham, just $4.25 a plate. Plus special prices on boxes of fruit or fruit baskets. And we'll be open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Christmas Day at Burnett's Superette of Allard.
4 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's a 1-point game. Clarkrange leading it by 1, 38-37, and the Buffaloes to have to bring them all in. And it's going to be full court pressure from Cumberland County. And Swafford, long lead pass up court. Jamie Deaton gets it. Deaton will come in from the right side, will be fouled. He draws a foul from Foster, and that's going to be 4 on Will Foster. So Jamie didn't really have much chance of scoring that time, but he does draw the foul from Foster, and that will be, it will not be 2 shots coming. It'll be bringing it in. Jamie was at the line, but the official says no. It was before a shot attempt. So Foster's going out with his 4th, and that will bring in number 44, Max Davenport, who played some in the first quarter, in the first half, rather. And it comes to Deaton. Deaton tries to get past Davenport, can't. Out to Swafford it comes on the wing. Chris Swafford working against Eldridge. Swafford will spin. Nice move at the free throw line. He'll flip it up in the air. It's short, and the rebound coming away with it is Eldridge. Eldridge for Cumberland County, and the Jets look to take their first lead. Again, looking to take their first lead since the early part of the game. Eldridge inside to Davenport, and Jamie Deaton swatted that one into the floor. Here's the long one outside. Eldridge good. Eldridge for three. Eldridge now with 4 3-pointers. He has 15 for the game, and Cumberland County goes up by 2. It's 40-38. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Taylor across the line. Taylor gives it to Deaton, just to the left of the circle. Jamie looks at Ramsey coming through. The ball batted away by Davenport, saved by Swafford. Chris Swafford bringing it back over toward the Clarkrange bench. Now hands it off to Taylor, who'll take it back to the head of the circle. Ramsey on the wing, looking at Deaton coming through, can't get it to him. John Stowers to Taylor. Jason Taylor goes baseline along the lane. He'll put it up off balance. Offensive foul, Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor will be called for his third. That'll be the first Clarkrange foul. And with 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 3:36 to go in the third quarter. Cumberland County leading it by 2, 40-38. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cumberland County ball. Eldridge with it. Over on the right side to Christopher. Clarkrange led it by 6 at the half. Now Christopher putting up the long one. It's good. Calvin Christopher for 3. 43-38, and Cumberland County goes up by 5. This matches their longest lead of the game. They led early by 5. 3:04 to go in the third quarter. John Stowers with it. Looking in the lane there is Ramsey. Ramsey off to Taylor for the 3. Good. Jason Taylor, his second 3 of the game. And it's a 2-point lead for Cumberland County, 43-31, or 43-41 rather. Eldridge working against Swafford. Over to Wyatt. Wyatt on the left side, back out to Christopher. Christopher will put up the 3. It's going to be short, and it's rebounded underneath. Now it's taken away by Clarkrange. Actually, it was Davenport just keeping the ball inbound. Picked off by Clarkrange here. Swafford for 3. Will Clarkrange have the lead? Yes. Chris Swafford has 14. Clarkrange goes back in front by 1. Chris Swafford, his 4th 3-point bucket of the game. It's 44-43. Here's Eldridge along the lane. Dumps it low to Davenport. Puts it up no good. Ball tipped up. It's still in the air. Jason Ramsey gets it to Taylor. Taylor to Stowers. Stowers, a jumper. Well, it rims out on him no good. And it goes out of bounds. They're going to give it out to Cumberland County. John Stowers, it rattled but came out on him. And so Clarkrange leading by 1. We'll watch Cumberland County bring it up. Now substitutions for Cumberland County. J.L. Green and number 22 coming in. 22 is Jeff Cross going out. We have Davenport and Christopher also went out. Exactly 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Clarkrange leading it by 1. Eldridge to Wyatt. Wyatt will drive the lane. It opened up for him, and he missed it. Jamie Deaton with a rebound, and he is fouled by a frustrated Wyatt. Jason Wyatt made a nice drive through some traffic at the top of the lane. It opened up for him, and he missed the layup. And then after the rebound, he fouls Jamie Deaton. And so that's going to be 2 on Jason Wyatt. That'll be 6 on Cumberland County. So Clarkrange should, from here on out, be in the bonus. Clarkrange just 1 team foul so far in the second half. So they're in very good shape. Taylor, did he double dribble? Yep. Jason Taylor crossed the line, double dribbled when he came up against the pressure from Jeff Cross. 1:41 to go in the third quarter. It's a 1-point Clarkrange lead. This has been anybody's ball game from the outset. Cumberland County's led a couple of times by 5. Clarkrange a couple of times by 8. Eldridge with it in the corner to Green. He moves in a step on the baseline. Jumper good. J.L. Green, his second bucket of this quarter, and it's a 1-point Cumberland County lead, 45-44. Deaton over to Taylor. 1:18 to go in the third. Taylor backs it across the line against number 22. Here's a steal. Wyatt. Wyatt will take it the other way. Jason Taylor cuts in front of him. Wyatt makes the layup good. Jason Wyatt with the steal and the points, and Cumberland County goes in front now by 3. It's 47-44. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Jason Taylor over to Swafford. And traveling on Chris Swafford on the wing. Chris Swafford called for the travel, and we're going to get a Clarkrange timeout. Timeout Buffaloes, 54 seconds to go in the third. Cumberland County leads at 47-44.
Here is where we want to be.
We're part of your community.
Building for a brighter tomorrow. That is the #1 goal at Kentucky Apparel and Laundry in the Industrial Park in Jamestown. Providing jobs to improve the local economy and turning out quality products that are shipped worldwide. Kentucky Laundry, supporting local schools, sports, and activities. Just another way of saying we're proud to be a part of your community.
We're part of your community.
And with 54 seconds to go in the third quarter, it is Cumberland County leading it by 3, 47-44. 3-point lead for Cumberland County. Clarkrange won the girls' game this evening by a score of 64-45. And it has been a battle all the way here in the boys' game. The lead has shifted back and forth. Cumberland County led early by 5. They lead now by 3. Clarkrange has led by 8 on a couple of occasions. And it's going to be action resuming. 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. Clarkrange basketball, or excuse me, will be Cumberland County basketball. I lost the ball for a moment. It's down at the other end of the floor. Eldridge brings it across the line. 47 seconds to go in third. Eldridge will put up the 3. He finally missed one, and it's rebounded by Jason Ramsey. Ramsey to Swafford. Chris Swafford spins his way to the front court. Now lost the handle, but gets it back. Chris needs some help. Flips it inside, throw it away. Tried to get it to Dayton. Threw it over Dayton's head. Picked off by Cumberland County. Half a minute to go. And let's see if Cumberland County will sit on it for the rest of this quarter. Eldridge out to Wyatt. And looks like they're going to go for 1 with 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cumberland County leading it by 3, 47-44. As they spread the floor out now, 13 seconds. Green in the lane to Henline, 8 seconds. They'll go to Eldridge, probably Eldridge with the ball now with 5 seconds. He'll put up the 3. It's no good. Tip up by Wyatt is good. Wyatt puts it back in, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, your score, Cumberland County 49, Clarkrange 44.
Looking for a car or a truck. Can't find a deal, you had no luck. Give us a minute of your precious time. Take a look around, we'll save you more than a dime. Make it easy like 1, 2, 3. Drive it out, we'll hand you the keys. Come on down now, we're the dealer for you.
Crossville Ford Lincoln Mercury.
The smell of warm gingerbread, the glow of a cozy fire, the sound of parents reading the night before Christmas to their children. Memories like these make the holiday season a joyous time. That's why Twin Lakes Telephone would like for you to share the joy this holiday season. Send a card, sing a carol, or simply call someone and say you care. On behalf of everyone at Twin Lakes Telephone, we thank you for making 1993 a wonderful year, and we wish each and every one of you the brightest and merriest holiday season ever. Twin Lakes Telephone Cooperative, linking families with love.
At the end of 3, Clarkrange trails Cumberland County by 5 now, 49-44 the boys contest. Again, the lead has shifted back and forth. And Clarkrange now trailing by 5, 49-44. Clarkrange basketball, Chris Swafford will bring it across the line. Chris Swafford over the right side, John Stowers. Swafford, backdoor cut. Here's Taylor. Taylor lays it up from the right side. Good. Taylor coming in from the left side, got the feed, and lays it in from the right side. Taylor with 8, and it's a 3-point ball game, 49-46. Eldridge over to Wyatt. Eldridge along the lane to Henline, back out to Wyatt. Wyatt going baseline. Henline on the right side. They keep the ball over there. Eldridge near the head of the circle, just to the right of center. To Christopher. Calvin Christopher back to Eldridge. 7:20 to go in the ball game. This is Christopher to Eldridge. Eldridge backing it out near midcourt. And looks like Cumberland County slowing it down a bit. Christopher to Eldridge. Eldridge to Wyatt. In the lane he goes Henline. Draws a crowd. Back to Eldridge, head of the circle. 1 minute now gone in the fourth quarter. And Cumberland County just passing it back and forth. Here is a shot out of the corner. No good by Green. Henline will put it back and good. Wayne Henline getting the rebound, putting it back. Clarkrange, nobody there to pull it down that time. 5-point Cumberland County lead, 51-46. Swafford with it. Swafford along the lane for Deaton. Deaton has to follow it to the baseline. Back to Swafford with the left hand. No good. Rebound is Ramsey. Ramsey going to turn. He will be fouled. This is Ramsey. Ramsey is fouled. And who are they pointing at? Let's see. This time he was hit by a couple of players. Eldridge will be the call. Brad Eldridge, his second. And that will be a total of 17 fouls now on Cumberland County, but this will be 2 shots coming for Jason Ramsey this time. But Clarkrange in the bonus for the rest of the way. And Jason's is good. Jason with 11. Deaton has 12. And this one by Jason, it's also good. 3-point ball game. Cumberland County 51, Clarkrange 48, 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Eldridge over on the left side now in the lane. It goes to Henline, back out to 22. That's Jeff Cross. Passing the ball in the lane. Now back out to Eldridge it comes as we have 6:19 to go. Eldridge to Wyatt. Cumberland County very deliberate this quarter, taking their time with a 3-point lead. In the circle to Henline. Off to Christopher. He'll put up the 3. It's no good. Rebound is Eldridge in the lane. He'll put it back and no good. This time the rebound. It's loose on the floor. Scramble for it. It's tied up. And possession arrow. Who's it going to be? Cumberland County. Cumberland County will get it on the alternating possession. So Henline, Wayne Henline to bring it in. And looking for somebody to break free. Not yet. Now he comes in deep to Wyatt. Did he get it in? Nope, didn't get it in. And give it out to Clarkrange. Give it out to Clarkrange with 5:57 to go in the ball game. 3-point lead for Cumberland County. Chris Swafford brings it into Jason Taylor. There's no backcourt pressure at all from Cumberland County. Eldridge will meet the ball at midcourt as Taylor brings it across. Jason Taylor intercepted. Wyatt read that pass, and Wyatt will drive. He'll be fouled, and continuation play. They'll count it as Wyatt comes flying through, steals the ball, drives to the layup, fouled by Taylor. And that's 4 on Taylor. That may have been a pretty decent call by the official as Wyatt was driving for the layup when he was fouled by Taylor. Makes the bucket. He'll have a chance to give his team now a 6-point lead. It's no good. Rebound. It's tipped around. Finally coming away with it is Stowers. Jason Wyatt with 16 points for Cumberland County. He leads their scoring. And it's a 5-point ball game. 5.5 minutes to go. Cumberland County leading it by 5. Jason Ramsey with it, looking for Chris Swafford to come over and take it. Chris back to the head of the circle with the ball. Shoveled it left side to Deaton. Deaton way out on the wing. Ramsey head of the circle. Ramsey driving in the lane. Henline against Henline, puts it up no good, and it's rebounded by Cumberland County. Eldridge will bring it down. 5:06 to go in the ball game. Over to Wyatt. Wyatt along the lane goes Will Foster's back in there. Foster lays it up with the left hand, no good, and the rebound should be, they're going to give it out to Cumberland County. Cumberland County will get it. Touched last by Clarkrange. 4:56 remaining. And it comes in the backcourt to Eldridge. Eldridge brings it across the line to Wyatt. To the head of the circle. To Henline. Back to Eldridge. Eldridge will put up the 3, and good. Brad Eldridge with 18. 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the ball game. Cumberland County leading it now by 8. That's, I believe, their longest lead of the game. Here's a pass to Swafford, and Swafford will be fouled. And they're going to charge that one on Wyatt. Wyatt's 3rd of the game. This will put Clarkrange on the line. Chris Swafford. Clarkrange definitely needs to make the free throws down the stretch. With 4:27 to go, they trail by 8. 56-48. And Chris Swafford at the line. It's on its way. It is good. Chris has had a good game. He has 15 points. Clarkrange some balanced scoring this evening. Cumberland County's pretty well balanced out, too. And this one by Chris, it is good. Oh, that one wanted to come back out, but settled in there. 16 for Chris. It's a 6-point ball game. 56-50, 4:22 to go. Been some, let's exciting games here this evening. Over on the right side, it goes to Foster, to Eldridge. He'll drive the lane. He'll lay it up, and no good. Rebound is by who? Chris Swafford. Swafford will bring it back for Clarkrange. Trailing by 6. Now 4 minutes. Exactly now 4 minutes to go in the game. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Coming through the lane, Taylor, but Ramsey can't get it to him. But here comes Deaton. Deaton lost the handle, and it's picked up by Ramsey. Ramsey tripped, and no call. Ball rolls into the backcourt. They're going to say over and back. Ramsey was tripped up, and no call. And so it's over and back on Clarkrange, and there's a timeout, I believe, Cumberland County. 3:50 to go in the ball game, and Clarkrange trails by 6. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I'm Sean LaRue, a member of the Feners County Bank Student Advisory Board. I have found that Feners County bankers are committed to serving the needs of this community, from our teenage board to our senior citizens. This means providing financial services suited to all ages.
56-50 your score. Clarkrange turnover there. Looked like Jason Ramsey was stripped up as he went down. The ball rolled back across midcourt and over a back call. But still anybody's ball game at this point with 3:50 to go. It's a 6-point lead for Cumberland County. Clarkrange led by 8 on a couple of occasions. Cumberland County's led by, I think, 8 at one point. Now 6. 3:50 to go in the ball game. Momentum has shifted quite a bit in this one, too. Cumberland County led early. Clarkrange most of the way through the middle portion of the game. Cumberland County here in the latter stages with the lead. Eldridge with the basketball for Cumberland County. Cumberland County in the blue this evening. Clarkrange the yellow. Eldridge to Wyatt. Wyatt over to Foster, moving outside the lane. Foster's head of the circle to Eldridge. Eldridge to Foster. Coming through the lane is Christopher, and again, Cumberland County being very deliberate with it late. Here's Eldridge off the feed from Wyatt. Nice feed from Wyatt to Eldridge. And it's an 8-point game, 58-50, 3:17 to go. Jason Taylor. Taylor across the line for Clarkrange. Jason over to Swafford in the lane. Deaton to the glass. He'll not score. Put up, back up there, and good by Ramsey. Jason Ramsey put it back. It's 58-52, exactly 3 minutes to go. Clarkrange picking up the ball now in backcourt. Eldridge to Wyatt. Wyatt to Foster. Foster waits on Eldridge. Eldridge into the lane, dumps it off on the baseline to Wyatt. 2:47. Eldridge forced out near midcourt. Gets rid of it over to Christopher. Calvin Christopher, double teamed. Now to Eldridge. Eldridge juggled the ball a little bit, knocked free, and he'll be fouled. Going to point at Chris Swafford this time. Swafford will be called for his third. .238 to go. 6-point lead for Cumberland County. 58-52. This game much closer than the last time these two schools played. Two boys teams. And again, they'll meet next week in the Livingston JC's tournament. Side rear court, it comes into Cumberland County's Foster. Foster stuff in the air and saved by Eldridge. Eldridge going to come back with it. In the corner it goes to Henline. Inside now from Wyatt to Foster, and Foster will score. It's a 10-point lead now for Cumberland County. Or excuse me, 8 points again, 60-52. 2:15. Jason Taylor with it. Over to Swafford. Swafford with the three. It's going to be no good. Clarkrange needed that one. Here's put back up there, no good by Stowers, and Henline with a rebound. Couple of shots by Clarkrange wouldn't fall. Exactly 2 minutes to go in the game. Clarkrange trails by 8, 60-52. Eldridge with it. Over there, guarded by Swafford. Eldridge going to put up a jumper. It's going to be no good. Clarkrange with a rebound, and they need to start scoring some points. Taylor coming back with it. Jason to John Stowers. Stowers will put up the three. It's good. John Stowers, a big bucket there. Clarkrange really needed that one. It's a 5-point game, 60-55, a minute 35 to go. And the lane it goes to Foster. Foster feeds it back out to Henline, on to Eldridge, and they're going to make Clarkrange come out and get him. And I think Clarkrange doesn't Don't waste any time. Wyatt drives, he'll score. Well, Clarkrange had to come out, and Wyatt drove the lane and scored. 18 points for Wyatt. And it's a 7-point game, 62-55, and the Clarkrange back to the point they need to score pretty quick. Stowers going to put up another three. It's going to be short this time, and the rebound is by Eldridge as we approach the 1-minute mark. And now 1 minute to go. Eldridge across the line, gets it over to Henline, to Christopher. Back to Eldridge, and Cumberland County again spreading it out. And Eldridge will be fouled. And the foul will be charged to Ramsey. .53 seconds to go in the ball game, and there's a timeout. 53 seconds remaining, and it's Cumberland County 62, Clarkrange 55.
While we have a break, let me pass along some scores to you. It was the York Lady Dragons tonight over Marion County 69-39. Jackson County swept there too with Van Buren County in the York Classic. It was the York boys up by 20 late in the third of their game. And at the half, it was Livingston leading Unicoi County boys 46-31.
Fentress County General Hospital, recognizing the need for treatment for those suffering from alcohol and drug problems, opened the Chemical Dependency Unit in July of 1988. Rebos provides comprehensive services for addiction problems. The self-contained inpatient unit occupies the lower level of the hospital, and adult and adolescent outpatient units are provided throughout the region to meet the needs of all who seek help. Call toll-free at 1-800-872-6594 for more information.
53 seconds remaining in the contest. Clarkrange down by 7, 62-55. And it's been a seesaw battle. And right now it is Cumberland County enjoying the advantage. 62-55, 7-point lead with 53 seconds to go, and they will have the ball to bring in. Clarkrange won the girls' game this evening. Henline looking to get it in. Nobody free yet. Now brings it into Calvin Christopher in the corner to Wyatt. Wyatt will be fouled by Deaton. Jamie Deaton will pick up his second. And it'll be Cumberland County to bring it in. That's just 5 now in Clarkrange, so they can waste one more before sending Cumberland County to the line. At least on the 1-and-1 situation. Henline to get it in. It comes into Christopher, and right away he is fouled by John Stowers. Stowers picks up that's his fourth. That is 4 on John, so that's going to be about 6 on Clarkrange. 50 seconds to go. Henline to bring it in. And knocked out of bounds. Who's it going to belong to? It'll belong to Cumberland County. Good job, Jason Ramsey, following Wyatt. Jason knocked it out. And so it'll be, once again, Cumberland County to bring it in. And a long feed up court, and Eldridge will be fouled immediately, as that time they fed the ball all the way back past the mid-court stripe to Eldridge, and he was fouled by Taylor. That is his 5th. And Jason will leave after scoring 8 points. And this will put Cumberland County's Eldridge on the line. 62-55, 48 seconds to go. 62-55. And Taylor fouls out. Coming in will be Michael Howard, number 23. And Eldridge will be on the line for Cumberland County. At the line, Eldridge for 1 plus the bonus. 48 seconds to go. It's good by Eldridge. It's 63-55 now, 8-point lead for Cumberland County. And this one is up and good. 64-55, 9-point lead. Clarkrange only 45 seconds to play with. Chris Swafford working against Christopher. Cumberland County, good defense here. Swafford for a 3. It's going to be no good. And the rebound is by Cumberland County's Foster. And now Ramsey wraps up Foster. Foster wanted an intentional foul there, but will not get the call. Yeah, I guess he did. And looked like maybe they called the intentional foul. I thought I saw the indication. It's going to be 1-and-1, though. 1-and-1. not determined to be intentional. 32 seconds to go, 9-point lead. At the line will be Foster. The foul was on Ramsey, his third. 32 seconds to go. And this one by Foster is good. Will Foster with 7, and it's a 10-point game. So barring a big comeback here, Clarkrange boys will drop their second game of the season, both to Cumberland County. This one is good by Foster, an 11-point lead. He has 8. 66-55. Swafford quickly to Ramsey. Jason will put up the 3. It's going to bank in there. Good. Jason Ramsey, a big 3-point bucket. Jason with 17. Oh, and Jason bear hugs Eldridge that time. Eldridge wanting to go up over Ramsey, I think, and Jason catches him in a bear hug and rides him to the floor, and they come up grinning, so apparently no hard feelings. Ramsey with the foul. No, they call that one on Swafford. I guess it was just Ramsey catching Eldridge. They say that's the 5th on Chris. So he'll foul out after scoring 16. And looks like Ben Sitton going to be coming into the game now for Clarkrange. 24 seconds to go. Eldridge will be on the line for Cumberland County. Ben Sitton coming in. And Eldridge will be at the line. His team leading now by 8 points. It's good. And he'll have another one coming. It's good. It's a 10-point lead again. And they may have only gave Jason Ramsey a 2-point bucket on that last shot. I thought for sure it was a 3 from the distance, but apparently not. It's 68-58, 10-point game. Here's Ben Sitton, baseline jumper, will not fall. Tip up by Deaton is no good. 13 seconds remaining. And it'll be out to Clarkrange to bring in. John Stowers to bring it in. In the corner it comes to Sitton. Out to Jason. Jason for 3. No good. 9 seconds to go. Eldridge with the rebound. Eldridge back into the front court. 5 seconds to go. Eldridge falls down, and traveling will be called. He was tripped up like Ramsey was earlier, and traveling violation on Eldridge. But Cumberland County is going to win the game. They lead by 10 with just 2 seconds remaining. 68-58, and Howard will bring it in. 68-58 with 2 seconds to go, and it's tipped around, comes up to Ramsey. Jason for a 3. It's no good, and that is your final. 68-58. Cumberland County defeats Clarkrange by 10, 68-58. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
The book on good service was written by a company in Pine Haven. The company, Frog & Williams Incorporated, specialist in crushed limestone of all grades and sizes, including agricultural lime. Whether you're in need of gravel for a driveway or a major construction site, you'll receive the same fast delivery and good service. Call Frog & Williams at 879-ROCK.
When it comes to good service, we wrote the book.
Full-service banking means just what it says. All the financial services you need at one location. Safe and secure investments that enable you to keep your money working night and day. Your account is backed by the FDIC and the financial strength of Union Bank. Managed by professional people you know and trust. People who live in this community and want to see it grow and prosper. All your financial needs can be found right here at home at Union Bank. Union Bank, a hometown tradition since 1904. Member FDIC.
A modern trucking company is so much more than just shipping and receiving goods. Take Cook Trucking Incorporated of Clarkrange for an example. It could be more accurately described as a company that traverses the nation with big rigs, delivering goods to business and industry alike, and at the same time investing its resources in local jobs and a better education for our children. Cook Trucking Incorporated of Clarkrange, a strong company working for a better Fentress County.
Big investments call for extra care and selection. For anything as important as a new home or business, knowing and trusting your contractor. That's why these words about Blevins Ditching and Excavating. For many years, they have served residential business and industry in this area with custom backhoe work and excavating and has earned their trust. No matter what size the job, call them at 879-5923. Construction specialists with equipment and know-how to get the job done.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
And back here at Clarkrange, where tonight Cumberland County and Clarkrange split a pair of games. The Clarkrange girls winning their 8th of the season as they defeat Cumberland County 64-45, and the Cumberland County boys defeating Clarkrange in a game just completed by the score of 68-58. Clarkrange has now lost 2 games this season, both losses coming to the hands of Cumberland County. This game a lot closer than the last time they played. Last time back earlier this month it was 101-62, I believe, was the score over there. This time it is 68-58, much less scoring in this game. It was an exciting ball game, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls being called, but Cumberland County comes on to win it, a game that seesawed back and forth. Clarkrange had an 8-point lead on a couple of occasions, and Cumberland County led early in the ball game. Clarkrange pretty much to the middle portion, but again it seesawed back and forth, and Cumberland County eventually wins it by 10 points, 68-58, as Clarkrange takes the girls' game by 19. Let's go ahead and give you a wrap-up on the 2 games and see if we can get Coach Lamar Rogers over this way a little bit later. The Clarkrange Lady Buffaloes remain undefeated on the season as they defeat Cumberland County 64-45 for Clarkrange, 17 points for Andrea Hall, 4 points for Pamela Rogers, 9 points for Rodica Dishman, 3 points for Amy Smith, 7 points for Jody Cooper, 2 points for Chrissy Ashburn, 13 for Jessica Jones, 9 points for Shannon Beatty. For Cumberland County, they were led in scoring tonight by Andrea Triplett with 13. Clarkrange girls 8-0 on the season. In the boys contest, it was Cumberland County defeating Clarkrange by 10 points, 68-58 for Clarkrange, 17 for Jason Ramsey, 12 for Jamie Deaton, 16 for Chris Swafford, 8 for Jason Taylor, and 5 for John Stowers. Cumberland County led by Brad Eldridge with 22. The Clarkrange boys now 6-2 overall on the season. Cumberland County goes to 5-3. Okay, Coach Lamar Rogers is with us now, and we'll talk to him about both the games. I guess the boys' game fresh is on your mind, Coach. Game kind of seesawed back and forth there. You had the lead a few occasions, but again, it was a seesaw battle. Neither team really, I guess, could control it.
Well, that's right, Gary. We we was doing some good things that was, turning out good. We've made a lot of adjustments since last time, and our defense was real good holding them to 68 points. I'm, sure that was, I'd guess that's the lowest for the year maybe or whatever, pretty low. And tickled with that, but we lost our matchups on that a little bit. We made, too many mistakes really, Gary, on the offensive end of the court that hopefully we can correct. It was, felt like we should have had them, and then the mistakes kind of entered into it where there was, a lot of it, some of it they had something to do with it, and a lot of it, was our fault. So hopefully, the guys played hard and everything, but, against the team of this caliber, we just made a few too many mistakes, I felt like.
And they shot the ball real well, too. Well, let's go back to the girls' game. A much happier story there for you. Your girls seemed like maybe struggled just a little bit early tonight, and then came on to pretty much control the game, I guess, for 3 quarters and won it by 19 points. You got some real good play off the bench tonight. Some freshmen really contributing a lot this year.
Well, they are, Gary. Our freshmen that we played tonight, which we played, 3 freshmen this year, and tonight happened to be Shannon Beatty and Jessica Jones, and Kristen York has helped us earlier this year in some games, but those 2 girls come off the bench, give us a spark, and actually really helped us and was playing better than some of the veterans on the squad. And I mentioned that to them, and I didn't feel like team-wise we had a good game at all, but Crossville real physical inside Gary, and a lot of pushing and shoving going on, and we didn't handle that or didn't adjust to it good enough, but evidently did some good things to come out like it was, but we need to play a whole lot better. We've got a couple girls had real subpar games and everything, but overall, the team evidently did enough good stuff to win there.
Well, you've got the rest of this week off, and you're looking forward to, I guess, the Livingston tournament next week. And as far as the boys are concerned, I believe you meet this team again next week, don't you?
That's right. We're going to hope 3rd time's a charm, Gary.
You're getting closer.
That's right. Yeah, we're getting leaps and bounds closer here. We want to get them next time, and missed a good opportunity here tonight, and we'll just have to work that much harder and play a little smarter. Hopefully, I told the guys to, they've made some mistakes. Just learn from them. Don't keep making the same ones over. And if we can do that, we'll boost up as a ball team. Did a lot of good things tonight, but we want to learn from some of the things that we messed up at tonight. We've got them right again, Monday night in the Livingston Christmas tournament. So that'll, be unusual. We played, I think, I've played a team back-to-back a few times over the years in the girls, but that's you can't ever tell how the next game will be. So we're hoping that we can go down there and be successful against them.
Well, there's a lot of fan excitement here tonight. I guess you and Crossville, you're real close neighbors here, and of course it's non-district game and everything. So a little bit surprised, and the fans really excited about this game, and really got them going tonight. So maybe it'll be a good crowd follow you down there on Monday night.
Yeah, well, Gary, we real disappointed for fans, and we doggone it, thought we could get them here, but our fans, both their fans and ours really enjoyed the game. Ours, real good, great support, and got real noisy there and helping us out. And the boys and girls both really appreciate it, Gary, and we'll just work hard and try to keep getting better.
Well, congratulations on the girls' victory. Still 8-0 there, and a real good start to the season. And the boys are playing well, but this is a good Cumberland County team, and maybe, like you say, third time's the charm.
Okay,
thanks,
we hope so.
Thanks, Coach Rogers.
Thank you a lot, Gary.
And so that does it from here tonight. Let us quickly tell you that these games, again, were videotaped. Will be shown here in the Clarkrange area this Sunday at about 2:45, Big South Fork Cable TV, Channel 12. Tonight's action has been brought to you by Crossville Ford, Lincoln Mercury, by your Twin Lakes Telephone Cooperative, by Fentress County Bank, 3 convenient locations to serve you, Jamestown, Clarkrange, and Allard, by Frog & Williams Incorporated, Highway 127 North at Pine Haven, by Fentress County Hospital, Highway 52 West in Jamestown, by Union Bank on North Main in Jamestown, by Cook Trucking Incorporated here in Clarkrange, by Burnett Superette at the Four-Way in Allard, by Blevins Ditching and Excavating of Jamestown, by Kentucky Laundry and Apparel of Jamestown, by the Dairy Queen North Main in Jamestown, and by Progressive Savings Bank of Jamestown and Wartburg. Clarkrange and Cumberland County split a pair tonight. Clarkrange winning the girls' game by the score of 64-45. Cumberland County gets the boys' game by 10, 68-58. And again, these two teams meet Monday in the Livingston Christmas Invitational Tournament. That's going to do it from here this evening for 15104 Sports. I'm Gary Crockett saying so long.